Welcome back to the 100% pure New Zealand Winter Games. We're up at Snow Farm for the cross-country sprint event. These flurries of snow have been falling ever since last night, and they don't look like letting up anytime soon. Following on from this morning's qualifying prologue, the top 16 competitors advanced to the quarterfinals and then on to the semis. So this is a completely different format. 4 competitors on the course together, with the first 2 finishers advancing to the next round. And we pick the racing up at the start of the women's final. They're away, and we have from left to right Davydenko, Russia, Korostoleva, Russia, Kauskalitz, Poland, and Ishigaki, Japan. Kauskalitz is keeping the pace up right from the start. She's a big, strong athlete, so these conditions work against her. Korostoleva, the Russian, is a lot lighter, so at an advantage on this powder snow. They already have a slight gap, and on paper the Russian comes out into this final as favourite, 1 second faster in qualifying. So Kauskalitz will be wanting to outthink her here, keep the speed up the whole way around the circuit. Back up the hill now. And it is a long one, and the gap really has opened up. So looks like just 2 skiers left in this contest, and there's still nothing in it at the top of the climb. Kauskalitz will be the first to turn on to the finishing straight. And as they come around at the Russian on the left, the number 1, the Pole on the right, number 2 is neck and neck. The Russian Korostoleva is coming at her hard. There's nothing in it. And the final push for the line, who's it going to be? It's Kauskalitz from Poland by the narrowest of margins.
Yes, it's very close. I don't know who is number 1, who is number 2.
So Justyna Kauskalitz showing just why she is the World Cup number 1, her second gold in 2 days. Natalia Korostoleva the silver, and bronze for teammate Maria Davydenko. Last race of the sprint program, the men's final. The 2 favourites are the Americans, wearing numbers 1 and 2 as the fastest qualifiers. So they're away, and from left to right this time, it's Chris Freeman, USA, Len Valje, Canada, Simeon Hamilton, USA, and Andy Newell, USA. Now, these are some of the tactics we were talking about earlier. Valje is leading them up the climb, and Freeman taking over, pushing the pace. Valje is relinquishing, so a little bit of cat and mouse as they make their way out on the back loop of the circuit. As they come back into the stadium, Freeman is still on the front. Now, he prefers the endurance event, so he'll be wanting to keep the pace up, hopefully tire the faster sprinters. His teammates Newell and Hamilton have been looking fast through the quarter and semi-finals rounds. So up the last climb, it's the USA boys, 1, 2 and 3. And Freeman giving it everything now at the top of the hill, round into the finishing straight. The snow, it's still falling. Valje has dropped out of contention. So from left to right, it will be Hamilton, Freeman and Newell. Freeman with the advantage, but look out for the late charge from Newell on the outside. It will be Andy Newell. Freeman bumped for second.
Second yesterday, so it felt good to win today. Really hard conditions.
Andy's been one of the best sprinters in the world for many years, and I really only had one choice in this race, and that was to try to get in the front early and just make the pace as hard as it could and try to take the wheels off of him. And Newell's just in amazing shape right now, and he's got more speed than me.
With the snow like it is now, there's a lot of tactics out there, so we were playing a little bit of cat and mouse, which is why I'm breathing so hard still.
An exciting sprint finish, and in the end, Andy Newell coming out on top, ahead of teammates Chris Freeman and Simeon Hamilton. Len Valje nudged out of the medals. With this marginal weather, congratulations to the organisers for getting through a full program of racing. In the men's race, the Americans too strong, dominating the field, shutting them out. And in the women's race, Justyna Kauskalitz, well, that's 2 from 2 events for her. This concludes the sprint program, but we will be back tomorrow with the freestyle racing. So bye for now from Snow Farm, but in the meantime, Mitch Tomlinson is just across the valley. He's checking out the slopestyle skiing.
So check it out, the Winter Games has had more snow than it can handle. So much snow that the free ski slopestyle event was postponed for the day. In the meantime, we caught up with some of New Zealand's best freestyle skiers.
It feels great to be on snow again and not be in too much pain. went through an ankle injury last season, and then at the end of last season, just kind of broke my elbow. So yeah, went over to Whistler a few weeks ago, had 3 weeks there, and then I've just been back in Wanaka just skiing every day, and yeah, it's feeling real good to be back on snow without pain. I remember why I love it so much.
Winter Games is the sort of the premier off-season competition. Who are some of the names you think that are strong and competing in the Winter Games this year?
I think Gus Kenworthy's down here. He's definitely really strong in halfpipe and slopestyle.
He's the overall champ this year.
Overall champ this year, yep. And Simon is here, but I don't think he's actually going to compete. He's busy doing some photo shoots and stuff for Oakley. Colby West just got into town a couple of days ago. He's going to be competing Winter Games. He'll be in both. He's always been pretty solid in both.
Are we going to be seeing big tricks tomorrow?
I think for sure there's always someone throwing their biggest tricks, even in bad weather, and it's a competition, so everyone needs to be on their A game. This season, the New Zealand season, it's more of like a time just to get some bigger tricks dialed to take over to the northern season for those bigger comps. But training here is just fantastic. Jossie's got so much exposure for skiing in New Zealand, and it's great to be coming under him, and kind of he's opened up so much for skiing in New Zealand.
It definitely is pretty crazy, but it's also very exciting at the same time, you know. When you watch your older brothers skiing, you're just like, oh, I want to do that. And yeah, it's making me want to follow in their footsteps, really.
And you guys actually just went on a trip to Whistler for training. How was that, and what do you see the outcomes from that?
Oh, well, that was probably the best trip I've ever been on, skiing in the summer. What better thing is that? And yeah, my main focus over there was to learn a double. So every day over there I was just trying them into the bag, getting them good. And then I got enough courage to try it off a jump. It failed miserably. I'm really excited to be heading into the Winter Games. It'll be one of the first competitions of my season. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We've got great facilities here, and the last few years, you know, we've had all the major players in the games coming down here to compete and train down here, and so we've definitely got good facilities and got good riders that have grown up here and are super into it, and so I think we should have a pretty good showing by the time the Olympics comes around.
So that's it for us. We're going to wrap things up, but tomorrow we hope to bring you all the action from the free ski slopestyle event.